What's going on, guys? Your Average Gamer back, and today I'm bringing you guys a very, very special video. This is going to be a UMG predictions video, um, mixed with my backpack isn't big enough episode number 2. So you see me sniping in this video, pretty long video, but I have a special guest to help me along.
What's going on, everyone? Your boy Liu Kang here, one half of the Bash Brothers.
Yeah. So today, very, very special video. Both Bash Brothers, and this weekend's actually a really big event. As many of you guys don't know, or maybe you do know, UMG Philadelphia is this weekend, and this is a big tournament considering the fact that there won't be another tournament till COD Championships. I think one of the coolest things and one of the most interesting things that's going to happen is Liu Kang talked in his video before about all the roster changes, and we're just going to kind of go through. We're not going to predict. Well, we might do a little bit of predictions, but we're going to discuss about who we think are going to be the biggest teams. Meech, why don't you pick a team right now that you think is going to do some damage?
Alright, my team is kind of a sleeper team. Not too many people have been talking about the team I'm going to talk about here, and it's going to be Fear.
Ooh.
Fear has been a team that, you know, if you guys have followed the competitive scene for a while, you guys know that Fear has been a team for a while. They've ended, they've come back, they've done it a bunch of times. But this time, I feel like they really got it together. I've been watching them scrim. Vito is just a monster with the AR in this game, and I just really think that they're gonna surprise a lot of people and do really good at this tournament.
And Fear also picked up Formal, didn't they?
Yeah, Formal, man, he's one of my favorite Halo players of all time, and he's slowly becoming one of my favorite Call of Duty players.
Yeah, so Fear is one of those teams to look out for. They're not in the championship bracket, but look for them to make a run. Another team that's actually not in the champ bracket that I'm actually looking forward to seeing, I wouldn't really consider them a real sleeper team, but Cursed New York. Since John left Cursed New York, they picked up Study. And Meech and myself, we both talked about how big impact Study plays for his teams. When he was playing on Just Us, like that was a huge level that they brought to Columbus and what he did for his team dynamic. With Cursed New York, though, there's like, it's kind of like this old meets young, because you know you have BL Fire and you have Study, pretty up and coming guys, and you got veterans with Twiz and Assassin. So that's like another kind of. I think they're gonna be. I would say they're a top 12. I don't think they're ready to ascend to top 8 or anything, but I'd say top 12.
Yeah. That's where I kind of put them at. You know, Study, he's a great player. Watching him play lately and in 8s and things like that, he's just really a monster. He's a really good search and destroy player. Respawn could use a little touch up, but shot is just so nasty. I think he'll be a good addition to Cursed New York.
Alright, let's flip it around. Let's talk about Complexity Gaming. Considering Complexity Gaming was the most dominant team in Black Ops 2, taking 7 of 8 championships after acquiring Clayster. Going into this event, though, they don't have Clayster. So it's one of those things now. Like, what do you do? Like, what are they going to bring to the table?
Yeah, you know, to be honest, I really don't want to talk about the move just because, you know, everyone has their opinion on the move. A lot of people think it was a bad move, and, you know, you really can't judge them too hard for it because Karma is an amazing player. You know, I think they'll still be Complexity. Whether or not they win, you know, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's Complexity, they're going to win. I'm going to say that, you know, for sure they'll probably get a top 5, top 6 finish.
Yeah. I think what happened.
They can take it home.
I think what happened was with Clayster getting dropped, it almost seemed like the playing field like evened out for everyone else. Not saying that Karma's a bad player in any way, but it just almost made it feel like all the other teams kind of got a boost and leveled out a little bit.
Yeah, it actually really does too.
And
good point.
And then some of you guys may not, you guys wondering where all these, like, where can I find out about all these team changes? I'm going to put a link in the description, or actually on the video right here, to Liu Kang's video. He did a whole video on all the roster changes, so if you're kind of unclear on who's on what team, you can go ahead, click that link, follow to that video. But let's move on to Team Caliber, Clayster's new team. They took
Yeah, team.
a real bad loss. But go ahead, Meech.
Yeah, that's just what I was getting ready to say, man. Gunjar, he really turned it up. He's been, as of late, he's really been TK's go-to player. I really wouldn't say go-to player, but he's basically been their top performer
He's
the
like
last couple tournaments.
he's the backbone. He's basically
Yeah,
holding the gel.
yeah, he really was. And I don't know about his decision about going to ND. I mean, but who doesn't really want to go and play for,
An Optic
the
or an
legend
Envy.
that's Envy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't really put Gunjar down for wanting to go and play for Envy.
Yeah. I really like the way Sharp plays. He's a veteran. Neslo has this new fire. Theory is a great player. He came up with Black Ops 2. With Clayster being a vocal kind of aspect, he might get them super pumped, and it could be something, a new dynamic to the team. I'm thinking that they won't place top 3, but they'll be a top 5 finish. We got about 4
Yeah.
minutes left. Let's start cranking this out. So let's go. I want to discuss about FaZe. I want to discuss about Envy, and who do we have left? Curse LV. Let's go to Curse LV, formerly known as Impact. If you guys weren't aware, the trio reunited, and they're looking pretty strong. These guys grind the game, so I expect them to make a huge impact. You know, what a pun right
Yeah,
there.
just like you're saying right there, man. Impact, that's the name, man. I really do feel like they're gonna come in and just really, maybe not surprise people because everyone knows that they're amazing players. But you know, people are asking like, oh, how are Tilla and Parasite gonna get along? Because they had the rough stretch, but they really are the trio. Them and Miracles.
Yeah.
Um, they're just an amazing team right now, and I've been watching them. And they really have been bringing it together and perfecting their game. And out of all the teams, really, that I've seen since they have been together, they have been grinding the game the most. And
Yeah.
I think that'll come to play.
And the thing is, the one thing is, many people don't know, Nameless and Parasite have teamed for a very, very long time, ever since MW3 collapsed, if not even earlier. So that's a very veteran team right there. Let's go to FaZe. FaZe recently picked up JCap. They have Classic, they have Methods. Like, this is a one of those quirky, unorthodox teams that you never know.
Yeah, FaZe. I feel like FaZe is one of those teams that they're really not one of the best teams talent-wise, but they have pretty good chemistry. JCap's an amazing player. That was a pretty good pickup by them. They could do a little damage and surprise some people.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, Optic Gaming. A very, very touchy subject, considering, if you guys did not know, this is Big Timer's last event as a professional. He'll be moving into the coaching role, but they recently acquired Ricky, a great addition to the team. What do you think is going to happen for them?
I think that Optic, they haven't been getting the placings. They haven't, they just haven't been meshing enough and doing what they need to be doing. But with this pickup with Ricky, I think that'll help them out that search game. The respawn games weren't that bad. It really, Optic was known for
Search.
coming through clutch and search, and they weren't doing that. So I feel like picking up Ricky was a good pickup. They'll, get their search game down. It's Big T's last tournament. Hopefully not. I really hope that he decides after this tournament that maybe he'll stay for the 2014 season and just end it on maybe the end of the year at least. But I really think they actually might get maybe a top 3 finish.
Yeah, I'm expecting Optic to come out very big with the top 3 with Complexity and Curse LV. Those are going to be the crunch. That's going to actually do it for the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in honor of UMG Philly. Today's Follower Friday will be a competitive edition, so that means a lot of 8s and a lot of GBs. Thank you, Meech, for coming on, helping me with this commentary. Any last words for our fans?
Hey, no, come check us out, Follower Friday, man. We'll be playing 8s and stuff. You guys want to come and play with us, hit us up.